に日本人はそういう当事者が日本に生まれた時とか、それから日本の社会にそういうことが起きた時には自ら当事者になるとしないですよね。だからこのパーティーを通じて、そうですね、だからもっとそういう表現が生まれてくればいいと思うし、日本にもそれからそういう姿勢とか、もしそういうことが起きた時になんていうんですかね、こういうことが起きるようなパーティーとか起きるような動きが出ればいいと思うし、そういう意味でちょっとそのプチライオットの事件と同じようにみんなも日本の社会から逃げないでほしいと思う。
We learned about the situation facing Pussy Riot from Andrey. He's an art designer and he follows a lot of the happenings that are going on, puts out a lot of media. So we learned from him what was happening and the fact that there is a lot of oppression taking place from the government in Russia as well as in China. It's sort of similar. And also that there's a lot of opposition movements that are happening with people like Pussy Riot and other artists. We ourselves were involved in something somewhat similar because last year, I think it was, we went to a mural from the famous artist Taro Okamoto in Shibuya Station, which some of you may know, near the Inogashika line. And we actually put up our own artwork. It was on the theme of nuclear issues, and we added our own to try and make a statement about that. We were arrested. It was taken down. We were arrested, and we have had many dealings with the Shibuya police, with lawyers. All of this we had to pay for ourselves. So first of all, what I'd like to say is that we completely understand the feelings of the Pussy Riot members because we've been, maybe not completely, but we have, because we've had a similar experience, we can relate with what they might be going through right now. And in terms of the party tonight, there's sort of two things that I feel. First of all, that this is not like a Japanese problem or a Russian problem, but it's more like a global problem. That's something that faces artists worldwide. And the second is that in Japan, people maybe don't tend to realize that these kinds of issues are happening here locally. We had to pay, again, all these fees ourselves. No one held a party for us. So what I hope is that tonight what you can take away from this is that there are things like this happening in Japan, and maybe you can help try and understand the feelings of artists like us if we go through something like this, to try and sort of broaden people's awareness or consciousness of these kinds of issues here in Japan.
そうですね。まあなんていうかな、なんか多分日本には過激な感じとか、なんかマドンナとかがなんか宣伝出したみたいな、ちょっと上っ面というかの、少ない情報の中でもそういうのしか入ってきてない気がするんですけど、なんかロシアがそれだけそういう社会情勢だっていうこととかも、なんかもっと考えてこう知ったりできる事件だと思うし、あんな程度で逮捕されちゃう、刑務所入っちゃうっていうねっていう情勢なんだっていうこととかがもっと知り渡るような事件をちゃんとこう起こせた、確信犯的に起こせた感じとか、やっぱそういう時代を読む感じとかをやっぱりちょっとかぶりいいですが、どう思いますか？
I didn't know too much about what happened. I had heard a few things in the news, like the fact that Madonna was offering support. But it was pretty shocking to me that they would go to jail for 2 years for a performance of that level. So, I'm hoping that maybe somehow we can understand these problems more, because it's really kind of hard for me to even comprehend how this could have even erupted to the level that it did.
Well, I should completely agree with you that basically that's exactly the way I feel about this. Personally, I don't really like Pussy Riot. And I don't think their music is interesting. I think their performance is subpar. And I come from the background that I've seen the people that actually lived in the underground, and they didn't do this to promote themselves, and they didn't pick the name that sounds good and looks good on the t-shirts. So I had a little different perspective on this whole thing. But on the other hand, what I really like about the situation is that it makes us think about the problems that we're facing globally. And as Rita mentioned, that Japan has just as many issues. And there are great artists that address those issues. And I think these are the people that need your support probably even more than Pussy Riot. And what I think is that those changes, they come from within. And if all of us will start to change and think of the better future, it's going to happen and we don't have to deal with Pussy Riot anymore.
はい、実は私個人的にはプッシーライトがあまり好きではありません。彼女たちのアートもつまんないですし、見かけの良いような名前を選んで、T シャツにしたらかっこいいようなことをしてっていうような風に思っているんですけど、でも一方で、世界的にこの事件が大きくなったことで、それぞれの場所場所、東京なら東京の問題も合わせて明るみに出るっていう点ではとてもいいと思います。我々はこういうものにプッシュライトを通して目を向けることができたので、これから内面からそれぞれが変わることで大きな変化が起こせるのではないかと思います。
皆さんありがとうございました。それではマイクをダンスさんにお願いします。
Thank you for coming today.
まあ一応
今日は来てくださってありがとうございます。
I see many beautiful faces, which is really rare for the art openings.
今たくさんの美しい顔が見えています。ちょっと珍しいことなんですけれど。
And I want to thank Chimpom for recommending me for this event.
今日はチンポムさんの紹介によってこのイベントへの出演が決まりましたので、お礼を言いたいと思います。
So I guess I should talk about the situation in general, that you probably understand better what the situation is all about.
全体的な今どうなっているかという状況を少し皆さんにお話ししたいと思います。
Basically, the church in Russia is very much part of the system, the government system and the authorities.
今ロシアでは教会が政府の中の大きな力を握っている状態にあります。
And since communism fell, since perestroika basically, church replaced communism.
社会主義が崩壊してから教会がその代わりに入りまして、政治的な力を大きな力を持つようになりました。
And basically attacking church, they directly attack the government.
ですので、教会に対して抗議をすることは直接政府に対して抗議をすることと同じことになります。
Well, that's one thing. Another thing, probably about the art situation, is that historically, art was supported by the emperor's family, rich people.
先ほどのが1点と次にもう1点申しますと、アートの話ですが、これまで歴代の皇族や、金持ちが今までずっとアートを支えてきたという歴史があります。
And since Soviet, it became the part of the propaganda. So most of the artists, they were employed by the government to convey some images.
ソビエトではアートがもうプロパガンダの一部として組み込まれていましたので、アーティストは皆政府のために働いて表現をしていたという状況がありました。
So even though Soviet fell, the stereotype basically remains. Artists really want to be close to people that are in power, that are rich, to get support for their works, to get their exhibitions going.
こういう歴史の背景がありますので、今でもアーティストっていうのはお金持ちとつながりたい、権力のあるところにつながりたいというふうにというプロパガンダが今もなお残っていまして、そういう印象が、まだ皆に持たれています。
Which in many cases makes very mediocre art naturally, because they want to please the people that have cash.
これは多くの場合とっても
結果としてつまんないアートっていうのが生まれてしまって、これはお金持ちであったり、自分のことをサポートしてくれる人のためにわざわざ喜ばせるために作るものだからというわけがあります。
So if you look back and you think about the most interesting Russian art-related groups, artists, movements, they very much socially oriented. They, one way or another, have to do something with politics, with dealing with the government, dealing with the political situation.
ですので、これまで一番面白い、一番、すごいアートを作ってきたようなムーブメントだったり、アーティストの集団だったりっていうのは必ずどこかで政府とつながっていることがしばしばあります。
So prior to Pussy Riot, probably the biggest artists were Voina, that were displayed at the exhibition and turning around at Vatarium that Chimpom curated.
プシーライオット以前ではボイナというアーティストの集団がありまして、ひっくり返る展でチンポムさんたちのキュレーションによる、展覧会が東京でもありましたけれども、こういう人たちも政府とつながった仕事をしていました。
And Pussy Riot were the members of Voina originally, so they very much know who they're dealing with when they started their project, and they know probably how dangerous it was from the beginning.
プシーライオットももともとはボイナのメンバーでありますので、政府の力っていうのは十分承知の上で、敵としての理解は十分にあったと考えられています。
So in other words, in my opinion, they pretty much knew what they were getting into.
私の意見を申しますと、プシーライオットは最初からどういうふうになるのかっていうのを十分計算していたと思います。
Nevertheless, I think that's very representative of what's happening globally, meaning that there is the Occupy Wall Street, there is anti-nuke strikes in Japan. It's a global movement that people very much dissatisfied with the government, with the system, and they want to change it. And I think Pussy Riots are very representative of this global movement.
そうは言いましても、今世界中でウォールストリートですとか、原発の問題ですとか、いろんなところでデモが起こっているように、プシーライトもまた一つ政府と戦うような、チームでありまして、そういうものを、そういうムーブメントを全体的に象徴しているものではあると思います。
That's pretty much it.
はい、以上です。ありがとうございます。
どうもありがとうございました。では最初のトークショーに行きたいと思うんでございますけれども、今